Releasing a collection of poems comes with a fair amount of risk for me, and risk is part of what it looks like to make good and better art. For me, risk is a way to talk about the challenge of growing and maturing as an artist. To say, I think I can do this, I'm not sure it's going to work out. Seth Godin likes to say that you know you're making art if you can say this is going to work and this is not going to work and mean both things. And I feel that way about this project. I feel this specifically about releasing it into the world is like, I feel like this will work. I feel like it probably won't work, and I mean both things, so it comes with a fair amount of risk. Poetry, really specifically, I've not released a book of poems before, not purely a collection of poems. But the season of life in which I began writing these, and certainly the season of life in which I was collecting these, necessitated a use of language that was considerably different. Most of the language I use to provide handles, to pin down, to take something large and untouchable or undefinable and give it shape so they can hand it to someone so they can do something with it. That's what I normally do with language. Poetry does something very different. Poetry expands on a word. Poetry is a way to hold space for my own life, maybe for yours if you're connecting with the piece, but to hold it loosely. It's not so much to say, this is what this is, but to say, this is. And then let it be. And specifically in a season of life when I was practicing rest and letting go of so much, poetry was a way for me to be present to that season of life without trying to name exactly what was going on. It allowed me to be patiently present and attentive to my own life, to mark moments without saying this is exactly what that moment was. I love that about poems, and I love that about the poets that I admire, which is why I'm throwing this piece into the world. And I'm asking you to help me publish it. So thank you for joining me on this journey.